Yeah, no. So I wanted to ask about questions that guys are too afraid to ask girls.
Okay.
So some of these might be hard hitting. So if you want me to move on, just completely, I can
Okay.
completely get away from that.
Yeah.
And you can bounce back questions as well. Like that's
Sure.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Are periods really that bad?
It depends actually. It depends on the person.
Because I've heard that some could be worse than. No, I think that might not be true.
Heart attacks?
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah,
Is that true?
that's what
I don't
doctors
know.
have said. I personally don't get bad periods. There are times where I do get hit with like really bad pain that makes it so I can't do anything. But that's paired with like migraines and stuff. So it's really fun. But I'm lucky because mine aren't like I don't think mine are as bad as a lot of other people's, but some, especially if you're on like contraception and stuff, or like birth control pills and things,
Yeah.
that messes with it. And sometimes girls can be
It
on
does,
for like
yeah.
like months, like 2 weeks in a row of just, and it's, well, I can't imagine. It must be horrible.
Yeah.
So
right.
yeah.
Wow.
No, it is horrible.
That's not. Yeah, that's not great. But yeah, no. So, like, because you're having that process, does that sort of, I don't know, like, does it affect other? It obviously does affect a lot of stuff, but does that give you like a sort of like I need a bit of rest type thing, like, and people should be more giving to that, like school, every environment that you're in.
Yeah.
I feel like they should.
So I think that, I mean, sixth form is great because you can just go home if you don't feel great, but you can't do that at oh my gosh, at GCSE level. Getting choked up, no, I'm joking. No, so I think that for some things, like if there were like things to be done to make it easier, I think that like sanitary projects should be free.
Yeah, that should be free, to be honest. But
And like, I mean, they're offered in our school. Well, the school I go to now, you don't. They are free there, and it's good because it's useful. But they get expensive for something that happens so often. And I
I'm
understand.
pretty sure Norway has it for free. Scotland, I think, or is it Ireland? One of the two, Scotland or Ireland. They have it for free as well.
Yeah.
So
I think it might be Ireland. I've been to Scotland a few times.
need to fix up, man.
Yeah, but that's like my personal standing on it. I honestly, if we could just have like, because like there are some days like when you like start your period that are worse than others, and I also think that it's not gross to talk about, and I think that
Yeah,
more
what's
people
that?
should
Why is
talk
it so
about
taboo to talk about?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Maybe it's because it's like
Is it even taboo to talk about it within like a girls' group, or like is it?
what's funny, I don't know if you know this, but girls sync their periods sync up. When your actual period syncs up with other people's periods.
That's okay. That's weird.
Like Bluetooth.
That's actually mad. I didn't know
So
that.
so when, I don't know why it happens, they like it was like freaking GCSE biology or whatever. No, yeah, if you spend enough time with a person, you tend to have your period sync.
So it's the same cycle, kind of.
Kinda, yeah, but it depends because some people that like cycles are different. So yeah, but it's
That's
crazy.
kind of cool and weird actually at the same
Yeah.
time. But that's a fun fact.
But yeah, we it depends who you're talking to because some people will be more comfortable than others about it. Like,
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's just
so yeah,
person
it's
to
like personal
person.
preference.
We talked about relationships. First date scenario. Envision the first date scenario.
Yeah.
Who should pay for the first date?
Whoever asked the other person to go on
Damn,
Or-
Kirsten had that one loaded.
the date. So I think that it's either you pay for the food you bought,
Right. Okay.
or whoever asked. If they're willing to pay, then that's fine. But
But are you gonna be like, no, I can pay?
it depends where I am financially. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd love to.
Let's say you have the money.
I would, yeah. It would, but it wouldn't be all the time. It would be a case of like, if it was more like first dates. Yeah, I would pay if it wasn't extortionate prices. If you were coming out and I could tell that you were only like coming out for this date for me to pay for your food.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, we can pay for our own.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I even when I go out for food with friends, I pay for my own food, like what I buy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most easy
Thing
answer.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like, I don't know how you feel about it. Do you?
It depends on the scenario. And I've had cases where we literally fight to pay the bill, which is quite nice. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Sometimes I've heard from a couple of people that I'm mates with and stuff. It can be very emasculating, apparently. When I don't know what this is, I think this is something biologically, because, like, obviously men need to be providers. Everything like that is quite.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your opinion if you believe that or not.
Yeah.
But I think that I think to some extent, yes. I think I would want to pay. Like, I don't know, especially if I asked her out on the date, I'd want to pay.
Yeah.
Splitting the bill, I don't. I think it's just like, I might as well just pay for the thing.
Yeah.
If I can, I might as well.
Yeah.
Splitting the bill is kind of a bit of a. What's the point? We both just lose half of our money, so we might as well just.
Yeah.
Might as well just one person pay. But yeah, it's very what.
So maybe I have that outlook though, because I also have a chance to go on a date with a woman.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Maybe that's what helps. Well, not helps, but you know.
I get what you mean.
It plays.
It must
a
be
part.
very different. Yeah, like.
I've never been on a first date with someone.
Valid, yeah, valid.
Like,
what does a first date even like? Does that you can't go to the cinemas apparently? That doesn't count.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently that doesn't count.
You just sit down and eat and.
Is that that's a date? Yeah, like
but like going to a Mackey's. For
that's definitely not a date. No. Imagine just sitting in your car and eating McDonald's. You don't even go in. That's not a date. That's not a date.
No, it's not. I'm good driving the movie.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
And like, because it rains here, so that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be sick.
What's it called? Ambient noise. I don't know. I've never been on a first date.
Valid.
You kind of just like, because like in secondary school, you kind of just like, oh yeah,
it
we
don't
both
really
have
count
a crush.
as yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, that's how it works. It's like, oh yeah, guess what? You guys like each other, so you guys should go out. And then it's like, boom.
I swear there's always like a wingman in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody always.
I play that role. It's my favourite thing to do. I got my friends. I don't know if they'll watch this, but I know one person will. But I asked if them two were dating, and then they like officially confirmed it after I asked.
After you went and wingman them.
Yeah, I was like, hey guys, are you actually dating or what? They were laying in each other's arms. Like nothing was being said. No,
I respect that from you.
Playing a big important role.
Have you ever heard of like, you probably have, or even like on TikTok or something like, does this dress make me look fat? What is the reply to that?
I'm glad that you didn't assume that I asked that question.
No, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, why would you ask that question? Because I feel like it's a lose-lose, isn't it? Even if you say no, she's going to be like, well, you still thought about it.
So I think that the question they're actually asking is, does this dress look nice? Is this dress the right occasion? Which is a really long-winded way to go about it. But
that's so confusing.
Like if someone said does this dress make me look fat? I would say no. I think it looks nice, and then just say something that's nice about it, and then.
Where does that come from? Is it like a place of insecurity? Do you think, or is it just?
I think it's like a placeholder question, like. Because it would be insecurity.
Yeah.
And is this appropriate for what we're doing? Or like...
Yeah, true.
Or potentially a compliment. Maybe they're just like kind of not feeling it and they're
trying to ask for a compliment without asking for it. Yeah, no, valid, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, if people say, well, I don't believe what you're saying, it's just like...
Yeah, so how do you win then?
Yeah, I don't know.
You lose.
Pick out a different dress. No, I don't know. I've never asked the question. Unless I have and I just don't remember, but I don't know. So, no one's ever asked me that question. So, yeah.
I've got an interesting one, but it's interesting because it's probably different for you. But, like, do you expect the other person to make the move, and other person could be anyone for your case.
Yeah.
Do you expect them to make the first move, or, like, let's say you're in a talking stage and you want to make it official, who's making the first move?
Yeah.
And how's it happening as well? Like, would it just be like a proper sit down, like formal
next to each other, arms down like
that?
I personally would prefer it if other people make the first move, just because I'm indecisive and don't know if like when you question yourself, you like question, am I picking up what they're putting down, or am I picking up something else completely and just.
But isn't that why you try it though? You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, but
then if you lose, it's fine either way. It's motivation. Boom, on to the next one, isn't it?
Wow, that's a great. That's like a really positive way.
Yeah,
of looking at it. I don't know. I would prefer if like they made the first move, because then I'd also know where we stand.
True.
Like
but like, what if they're in the same mentality? Like, what?
Nothing happens.
That's so sad.
Yeah, you like, because the thing is, I also like, it's like communication in some sort of way. Like if you talk to someone enough, you'll understand where you both stand, but. Yeah, what about you? Do you...
I'd love for somebody else to make the first move. Mate, I feel like guys have to make the first move.
I feel like that's what kind of we've set ourselves up to
expect. Guys have to make the first move, like...
Yeah.
And even compliments, I feel like I've noticed that guys don't get complimented that much, you know?
Yeah.
So when they do, like, if you notice it, to a guy if you compliment them, they'll be like, oh, that's mad.
Yeah.
That'll be their first reaction, and then they'll think about that for like days. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but.
Yeah, no, it kind of really is.
It's kind of sad, but.
I don't think I've ever called anyone like handsome or anything, but then again, I feel weird saying handsome. You
Handsome
know?
is a bit of a.
It's a bit of a.
I feel like it's something your granny would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a male compliments. Maybe it's just kind of.
Ooh, I don't. Well, I feel like you.
I don't know.
You'd feel weird calling a girl handsome, though. Can't lie. I feel like I'd do
Yeah.
it just for the lols.
Yeah, you call like a friend. You'd be like, "Well, you're handsome
Yeah,
today."
yeah.
Yeah.
I think people. Yeah. I feel like some of my mates have said that to me, so I think.
Yeah. No, it's like a.
But there has to be a laugh afterwards. Like,
Yeah. If not, it's kind of just
or
like.
said in a different tone. Otherwise, that's just weird.
Yeah. It's like dead serious.
But we both technically would expect somebody else to make the first move.
Yeah. And then I feel like everyone else would also expect that too.
Yeah. So I think everybody else wants the other person to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like well, if I pass this on to you, then if you make the mistake, it's on your hands. Kind of like, if you misread this, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a difficult one. Really,
No, because it would be sick if a girl proposed to you for like for a wedding,
Yeah.
hand in marriage. Girl can get on her knee, man. Like that would be so much better. Like I feel like men have been doing it for so long. And obviously, it's nice as well. But
Yeah.
like,
See, I'd want to propose, but I really want an engagement ring. Like, I really want to, I would want to propose to the person, like, it's something cool, right? It's really nice. But at the same time, I'd like planning it all out and getting a spot that's important to both of you or something. Or like doing something. You know, that's like all really romantic and things. But the issue is, I also want a really, really cute engagement ring. Like, I want to be able to match, like.
you can still match. If
Or
you...
just buy myself an
Yeah,
engagement ring
just
as
buy
well.
the same one.
Have you seen those people who get, like, they both have, like, their engagement rings ready for each other, and,
Yeah.
like, they propose at the same
Yeah.
time, and it's like, oh, like, one of them proposes, and the other one's like, that's funny, gets the ring out the bag.
Yeah. I feel like that being switched would be so much... I think it'd be so much better.
It would be refreshing, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. I feel like it'll happen. I feel like...
It will eventually.
I feel like after a while, a lot of things that used to be tradition, the more we learn about them, we'll just kind of slowly move on to being like, well, this doesn't need to be the way it
Imagine
was.
if it gets to a point where it's flipped so that men actually have to propose again. So it gets so like...
Like skinny jeans being
Yeah,
in fashion and
yeah, it's
stuff,
like-
and low-waisted pants. Like, no, it probably will. It'd be like, oh my
That'd be
gosh,
so weird.
a 2020 core wedding. My man proposed to me. Yeah, no, it would probably happen, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens with all trends, though.
True. Very true, to be fair.
Yeah. Some trends don't need to come back.
Some trends don't need to come back.
Not at all.
A lot don't need to come back, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in a good place at the moment. Let's keep it like that.
Yeah.
So let's imagine you're in a straight relationship, Kirsten. So firstly, you know, like subtle hints that girls do, right? Very like subtle hints, even which I still don't know to this day. Subtle hints like that. How are men meant to pick up on that?
Telepathically, I have no clue. I
Well,
have
no, but
absolutely
do you know how confusing it can be though? Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, he waved at me, or she waved at me.
Yeah, I have some friends who are like everything that the person who they've like decided that they're gonna cling on to and like focus all their attention on. They're like the small things they do are like the things that they really hang on to.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, I.
But even like before let's say you're in the talking stage, and you're trying to gauge like whether this is going in the right direction.
Okay.
Because some talking stages are mad, right? Someone will be talking to like 10, 15 people. The other guy will just be talking to that one person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like talking stage, I don't really talk like speak to multiple people.
Yeah. You don't pull multiple people at once.
Not my forte.
Not mine either.
I think how are you meant to gauge is my question, because it's the subtle stuff, and I'm like,
does it mean anything? I don't.
That's the thing, because you could do that platonically as well.
Yeah, I don't know, because half the time I spend with my friends, I'm flirting with them, just like unironically. No, ironically, not unironically. Yeah, I'm attracted to all. No. No.
Want to dive into that?
Ironically, it's the one that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ironic. Yeah.
Right.
I
so
ironically flirt with all my
you
friends.
unironically. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't confuse me. The dyslexia is spinning.
You just flirt with everyone.
It's only my my girlfriends though. Like all
It's
my.
not your any guy friends that you have. That you,
No,
that's
I
good.
feel
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
I don't know if I could flirt with them. I kind of just make fun of them.
I flirt with my guy friends.
Yeah, no,
that's a normal thing to do though.
I feel like my guy friends flirt with my guy friends.
Yeah, so how it works is, if you flirt with your guys, you're not gay.
Yeah, it's just like.
If you don't,
bullshit.
you're gay.
Wait, is that really? Like...
90% of the time, if you don't.
Huh.
So if you act gay around your friends,
It's
like your
straight.
guy friends, you're straight.
Oh my gosh.
And then if you don't, obviously you're trying to hide it. So you are actually.
With girls, I think because a lot.
Girls, I don't know what girls are doing, right? They say they're straight, yeah, and then they'll go kiss another girl, and I'm like.
See, with like girl friendships, I find that a lot of them are way more like emotionally involved, which is I think a reason that guys might feel misled in friendships, that they'd be like, oh my gosh, this girl has feelings for me because of how like emotional our conversations get and how deep they are. We just talk about deep stuff. Like we talk about stuff that you wouldn't think that we would spend the time talking about, or I find in my friendships we do.
Yeah.
Like it's stuff that I wouldn't dare mention to anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's just like at parties and stuff, you like there with your like group of girlfriends and stuff, and it's just like alcohol's involved.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever drank before the age of 18. Ever. That wouldn't be something I do. But no, with the little like subtle hints, I have no clue. I don't know. Because I wouldn't even know if I did it myself. I don't know what you would expect.
What hints would you give to like someone that you're interested in? I've put you on the spot there.
I have no clue. I actually, that's the thing.
That's valid though, yeah, valid.
What about you? What would you like?
I think I'd just like, I'd show interest like more than if you'd seen, because you'd be friends before for me. So when you would have seen me with other friends, you'll see how I'm with you, and you'll know the difference. I feel like.
Okay.
Low key, you'll know. I'm gravitating more towards you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff that I'm not doing with other people.
Like choosing to spend time with that person, or like keep thinking about them and stuff. So,
yeah, and actually like showing like a lot of emotions that I don't show to a lot of people, because I feel like with some friends you can't really show certain emotions and stuff.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Which is a personal thing, but I feel like that but that's not subtle. I feel like that's in your face, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's not very subtle, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I was younger, I used to like with like guy friends and stuff who you like had feelings for. You would like attack them. It would just be like bullying, basically.
Yeah.
You like beat each other up.
Yeah, people do to sort of flirt as well. Like
yeah, you said didn't know. Yeah, but
which I find confusing. But it works, which is also confusing.
Yeah.
But then guys do it back as well, actually.
Yeah, and they punch twice as hard as you do for no reason.
That's if you've ever felt. I'm sorry.
No. A lot of my friends at secondary school, I had two like guy friends who I would hang out with all the time in relationships with both of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we would like full on attack each other, like bruises down your arms when you come home.
Yeah.
And like I broke one of my friend's phones once because I accidentally like hit it out of his hand. So yeah.
Why do girls like go for like, because we just spoke about the pushing and like bruises.
Yeah.
How does that make you more attracted to the guy? I don't understand it, because people have this thing of like, oh, I like bad boys type thing, which is cringe to say, by the way. If anyone's still using that phrase, fix up in 2023. Yeah. But that sort of thing, it's even portrayed in like films still. Mm-hmm. Which what? Yeah.
I think that it's like, because if you don't want a relationship that's really emotionally, like you want a guy that doesn't show his emotions, then you go for a bad boy, maybe.
I've got a good reply to this, by the way.
Go on then.
So basically, this stems from actually the upbringing of the person that's attracted to the bad boys, right? So she thinks she's actually afraid of like, I'm not saying you can't be in a healthy relationship with a bad boy, but
it's rare.
Yeah. But so basically they're so afraid or uncertain how a healthy like standard relationship is, and they've grown up with this in some other aspect of their life, so that's why they think, I know this, I can deal with this, and I'll take on the added pressures of that, whatever comes with it. That's why I want to go for that. That's
smart, because it kind of fits in like with the like parental issues, and also the like, I'm not saying that everyone who dates a bad boy has got like parent issues, but like it's definitely like this relationship won't be as emotionally committed as other ones. So if it does end up badly, then I won't get hurt as much, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's definitely...
Yeah.
That's the conclusion I've come up to.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
See, I feel like it's just easier because, like, if you want, like, first experiences, it's quicker to get into a relationship that's not going to last long because, like,
What's your thoughts on that? Like...
Just rushing into relationships? I've never...
Not dating for marriage or, like, just dating for just time pass.
I don't know. I've dated people without the thought of marriage because I know...
No, okay, that's very extreme. But, like, I meant, like, just, like, dating just to be doing something.
I don't know. Because I want to get married, but if the person I'm with doesn't, then that's fine, because there's no real added benefit to being married.
Not really, I think it just ties the knot, I guess.
Yeah, it's tradition, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, if a relationship doesn't lead to marriage, then sometimes, like, I have friends whose parents are really happy being together without being married. They don't even sleep in the same room. That's because one of them snores, but...
I think there's a lot of societal pressures as well, of back in the day especially, like, I think... Like, a lot of people would say you need to be married to have kids back in the day. I've actually got a Crocs turn off, but I already did that earlier on.
Yeah.
That's mad. Anyway, right, okay. Is it true that if you show less interest, you're more likely to get a girl? We've sort of touched on this.
Yeah.
But I don't... Yeah, I think so, low-key, actually.
I don't know. I feel like it makes...
How is it for you? Yeah, how is it for you? If you were to show, like, a girl less interest... Surely she'd just be pissed.
I was going to say, I wouldn't really try because it's like a tactic to be like, yeah, I'm going to see if you want to put the effort in to, like, continue what's going on. Like, if I show less interest, then it's up to you to think. What do you think that...
I think for guys and girls, if a guy shows less interest, the girl, like, immediately is like, I'm losing interest, so I need to kind of get him back, like, reel him in like bait.
Yeah.
So, I think a bit different, but I think it does work. Like, because she's automatically... I think this is also a generational thing, where if somebody doesn't show interest, you immediately are, like provoking them, like, look at me type thing. Kind of, like, pushing them, all that stuff. That happens in that phase, I feel like.
See, how far do you go of pretending that then that you're not interested before it's like, okay, this is enough now, It's
not even just pretending that you're not interested, it's just, like... It's obviously a douchebag thing to do, but it's like, let's say they've messaged you, you leave them on, like, delivered for, like... I've heard somebody leave someone on delivered for 15 weeks. So...
I'd be stressed they're dead.
Yeah, true. 15 weeks is a long time.
That is a long time. That's, like, months and months.
Yeah, no, so, like, leave them on delivered for, like, a week and just give, like, a dry reply. And then that'll make the girl... that'll make the girl, like, be like, oh, are you okay? And then he'll say he's okay. Yeah. That text chain will happen for a bit, and then she'll start giving more effort, and, like, that also happens when the girl shows less effort as well.
Yeah.
So he kind of reciprocates it to see if she's actually into me or if she's just doing this as mind games. But either way, it's both mind games.
I was gonna say it's not very fun.
It's not, because you have to keep playing devil's advocate on what they're thinking.
Because, like, what if they actually do just, like, not?
I've had stuff like that. I've had stuff like that though. Like, girls have done that, and girls have done that to me though. Like, I've not shown less interest, and then it's weird because then one minute they'll, like, hold your hand, and then the next minute they'll, like, go off and do their own thing and, like, ignore you for a bit, and then come back. But then you're like stuck in that loop, so they've caught you.
Yeah.
And they'll know that when you keep coming back, you'll be like, oh yeah, no, how's everything? Are you good? So I didn't do that.
Damn.
But
I don't know. How would you even react to that? Because, like,
you can't be pissed either, because it's just like, oh. Do you get what I mean? It's not like something you can be angry about.
It's just like, oh, well, that's kind of...
It's just a bit pointless. Yeah. Like, you're just playing with someone's feelings.
Yeah, you are. I don't know. I don't think that I would... I don't know. I don't think I'd continue to follow on for someone like that. I don't know. Maybe that's my personal thing, though.
No,
I've seen it work before, so...
I don't know how it works, though. It does baffle me.
I think there's maybe the people who look for people maybe less for personality than... I mean, also, I guess it depends what crowd of people you're in.
Yeah,
like,
true.
The friends that I'm around are all very open to whoever they speak to. It's like a thing that we talk a lot to each other about stuff. So it's less likely to happen with, like, my crowd of people. But I don't know. Maybe it's just depends on who you're friends with.
But yeah, no. Leading on from that though, what sort of, like, behaviours? Because everybody has red flags, and I feel like I want to know what sort of red flags you have for girls, guys. Like, what sort of things would... immediate turn off, what are we saying?
I had someone call me darling for multiple
Oh wow, is that
days.
bad?
I know it's like the accent, the posh accent, and everything. I personally, I mentioned that I don't like pet names. I think they're just personally, I don't. Really
Fair.
Like nicknames are fine. They're cute. They're whatever. But pet names, not really my thing. A massive red flag is when they just kind of don't listen. Like you'll speak to someone and you'll be like, I want the time to get to know you, and they kind of just ignore that, or like the pressure. Those are like my main things. Homophobia, that's another one, and racism.
That would that would probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you find people and you're just like, wow, you.
Oh, you've actually found people like that.
Oh yeah, no, there are people in my year.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not surprised, but
I mean, you would never go for people like that. Don't get me wrong, but because their personalities aren't really all there either. But
shade, mate. If anyone's watching,
shady podcast. Yeah. if you think this relates to someone too much, then maybe no. Honestly though, I wouldn't even waste the time on someone who just judges people really quickly.
Or is it like, have you ever had one of them ones where like they pretend like they're listening and you ask about it like later on and they're like, oh, I don't remember you telling me that.
See, yes, but that's if they have a reason, like they're like got like ADHD or autism. Yeah. That's a bit different. But if they don't have like a specific kind of, if they just weren't listening, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
Like, if you forgot, that's fine. But if you weren't listening, that's like, oh, that's so nice. What about you? Do you have any main ones?
A disloyalty, like that's a big one, and jealousy as well, especially in like a relationship when you're jealous of like. Some girls even get jealous when you speak to your guy friends, and like I've seen it lower down in school where all of the guys were rooting for this girl to break up with him because she was so toxic. Like she didn't like him speaking to any of the lads or doing any of his interests before. Basically trying to change his whole. But that whole relationship was tapped anyway. But they shouldn't have been together, and that sort of stuff really it really does just change you as a person, and that takes you like years to get over because you've literally become a different person for someone.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of lose yourself. That I hate. Disloyalty as well, I hate.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I like to think that a little bit of jealousy maybe, because like that means they care. But if they're stopping you from being with your friends, or
I think jealousy to the point of where it's like acceptable.
Do you think if you're in a relationship with I don't know why I'm saying that, you're straight. If you have like do you think it's okay
I'm in a relationship with a girl.
You think it's okay for girls to have guy friends in relationships?
Tempted to say next question. You know what? No, I'm going to dive into it. Wait, so like guy best friends or like
guys, because like you're a guy, you know how guys think. Like
I do know how guys think.
If the girl like she shows no interest then in the guys, do you
see? It doesn't even matter.
Does it not?
I trust the girl like 100%.
Yeah.
Don't know what the guy's thinking.
Yeah.
The guys always no offense lads. I'm a guy myself, I know, but I think they're always gonna wait for that moment. If something goes wrong, he's gonna be like the knight in shining armor, come through and then try and put the foot in the door. Don't get me wrong, some guys won't do that.
Yeah. No.
But I can't risk that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But I'll allow her to have friends. I just won't let her like
be massively close with them.
Yeah, like one-on-one I'd be like, that's a bit weird. Go in a group.
Yeah.
Do stuff together as like a group. I wouldn't be like, go to the cinemas with your best friend. That's red flag.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a grey area because you know how males think, and it's very harsh to judge them like that. But you have to think from the worst case scenario because you are responsible for another person as well in a relationship.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like your sort of role to like give advice and be like, I need to do that, this, that. Yeah. So
see, for me with being gay, it makes it a little different.
Yeah.
Which I guess changes my outlook on a lot of things, which I'm learning from the conversations, which is really cool. For me, because no matter who I'm with, I could potentially be with a girl and have girlfriends. But if they have a voice that they're jealous or concerned that I'm hanging out with someone, then I will take the time to like cut back the amount of time I'm spending with that person and stuff. Even
before that.
Yeah.
You're still entitled to a conversation of why that's happening as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like an immediate you're gone sort of thing.
Yeah, get gone.
You can also debate of where this is coming from and where the guys also or the girls coming from to make it more like That's just communication, isn't it?
Yeah, I think with communication, I think it's more okay, but I understand where you're coming from. Like, I would be concerned. I mean, my relationship, the longest one I had, ended because I got concerned that this person was spending more time with his, like, close friend than with me. And then he broke up with me for that girl, so...
Oh, Kirsten, I'm so sorry, man.
No, I know, but so...
That's so sad.
So, it's... If you communicate, it's fine. If they realise what they do, it's fine. But, yeah, no... Yeah, if you feel like you're spending more time or enjoying your time more with another person, then maybe you're not right for the relationship you're in. Continue. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that got me stunned. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no.
Skills. Actually, it's my podcast now.
No, I think, yeah, you make a valid point. I think the conversation needs to happen. And I think the trust needs to be there, because it's obviously coming from a place of advice and like advising you to do the right thing, which they think's the right thing. Ask him where it's coming from. Why are you saying that to me? Where's your mind going? Because you also owe it to the guy to be like, I've been with this guy for this long. His like all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you don't want to lose all your friendships, and if you can talk it out and explain and kind of realize why they're feeling the way they're feeling, then that's great.
Plus, if it's like people that are like dragging you away from your own self as well, we spoke about in relationships. But like, if your friend is taking you away from being yourself, I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, no, he's cool. You know what I mean?
Because it's like you're the type. Now you're in that position where you're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it's not just in relationships that can happen.
Because imagine if it was like such a toxic friendship that it got to the end of like his and hers relationship. Like that's also a thing that can happen. Like he can manipulate you to the point of thinking that your boyfriend isn't even good for you or your girlfriend isn't good for you, which has happened as well. All of these things have happened.
This is so stressful.
That's why all these like boundaries come in place, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely like you kind of just... I mean, communication, really. That's like... If someone's not willing to communicate, then the time's not going to be spent... Like, well spent, I think.
Yeah. But
yeah.
No, leading on from that, though, like, do you believe in, like, love at first sight? All that jazz?
I think it's a fun thing to think about. I think it's great that saying's also been brought to now, like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I think both of us can kind of agree that if you go for personality, then I don't know. I think it's a fun thing to think about.
Oh, it's weird though, because believing in love at first sight doesn't necessarily mean just... I feel like vibrations and everything, it's different for... Like, you can tell when someone's just giving off energy.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So, when somebody, like, let's like say somebody walks past you or something, you can just tell from their, like, posture, everything, demeanour, everything.
The vibes.
Yeah, if they're, like, good. So, I guess you can somewhat...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely the case with friends.
It's a good concept.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's true. If it happens, bless. But if it doesn't, not really that deep, to be fair.
Yeah, I still think it's a fun thing to think about. It's
it definitely is.
Like soulmates and stuff. The kind of thing of like, there's someone out there that you'll just like click with. It's like comforting.
It is comforting, especially when people feel like that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But what's that phrase? There's a lid for every jar.
That's a good phrase.
It's a good phrase, eh?
Good phrase, yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a lid for every jar. But I think it's very sad though that people that worry about being single and like Tinder, Bumble. Oh my! Why is there so many platforms now?
I know that stresses me out. I've never used a dating app, and I don't think I ever will. It's not. You just like. So to be fair, I have a habit of going up to people I think look cool and just saying hi to them. I think I did that with you, actually.
Yeah, you did do that with me. I thought about it, and I was like, Kirsten...
this is true. I remember
Yeah, you complimented my cargos, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was either that or you have like those stripy pants.
Oh, yeah, everybody loved those.
I think...
I wore them too much, but yeah.
No, it was like a statement, like icon, you know? Like, that's Rohit.
You know, I got voted, like, third best dressed in the year.
I didn't know they did that.
They do that at, like, the end of the year.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got like I don't know how, don't know who voted for me, but thank you.
Yeah, look at you go. You're representing. No, but so I tend to just go up to people and be like, "Hey, you look really cool."
That's confidence, man. Jeez.
No, it's more of if you compliment someone, it makes their day better. So.
Oh, Kirsten, man.
Like
man.
If someone compliments you, you're like happy for the rest of the day, and you never know what's like going on. So it's just.
Have you ever complimented anyone in public?
Yeah, no, I literally made friends with someone in Poundland not that long ago, because I complimented their hair.
Damn, that's sick. No, I respect that. Because I've literally spoke with, like, people on the other podcasts that I've had on. I spoke to, like, I think one of my mates, and he was like, I literally said to him, imagine if one of us got complimented in public, the amount of time we would think about, or even just how are you, or a smile.
Yeah.
The amount of time a guy would think about that. At least 3 days straight. You'd tell everyone as well.
Yeah.
You'd literally tell everyone.
Yeah,
it's that simple gesture.
Yeah, I like to, especially like young kids. It sounds really dodgy, but if like young kids are like they're like dressed up in like princess outfits, or like they've got like a Minecraft shirt on or something that I kind of pick up on, especially at my old job, which was like a waiting job, which helps my confidence and stuff. You want to connect with the customers and to get the kids to kind of settle down. You kind of just like engage with their interests and things, and it just makes people's days better.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
yeah.
Like anyone would like to be complimented on the street.
I think anyone would. Yeah, honestly, anyone would. I think it's because we don't do it enough. And when we do, it makes us feel so surprised, as well as like it makes us feel good because we haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
And it's so unexpected.
Yeah, I think from people you know, it's nice, don't get me wrong, from people you know.
Yeah.
But from strangers, it just, like, kind of shows that, you're a human being, really.
Yeah, it kind of says
like,
that you've got a place.
Yeah,
You've got a place in the world as well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just nice, I like doing that.
Yeah, no, fair. That's actually kind of sweet now. I'm going to give you a round of applause.
Yeah, so.
But I've got another question. This one's a bit out there. Why do girls go to toilet in groups?
So, circling back to what we were talking about before.
I want like a paragraph answer for this because I've been trying to figure this out for...
Sometimes doors don't lock, so girls can put the foot under the door and hold the doors shut. Makeup touch-ups, brushing your hair. A girl will always have something in their bag that some other one like girl needs. Like a hairbrush, mascara, makeup remover, all that sort of stuff. Then like period products, you know, you got your sanitary kind of stuff, which is useful for anyone. And then just gossip. If you need a break,
that's what I was waiting for.
If you need
why do you need to go to the toilet for that, lads? Why do you need to go to the toilet for that?
Because there's no safe place from ears,
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking. Honestly though, the gossip thing's more on the lower kind of side. Depends on who you're friends with, really. But sometimes when you need a break from the other people you're in the friend group with, like if there's just like a group of 3 girls and then like the rest of the girls and like all the rest of the group just stay together, then they'll most likely just kind of like voice frustrations or like just go, because some girls know that they don't need to go, like everyone doesn't need to go to the toilet with them, but most of the time multiple people will need the toilet anyway, so it's just useful.
So it's just like round trips.
Yeah, this group of people go now. Half an hour later, I'll go for a group trip. No,
because like it'd be so awkward if like in like lower years if I followed one of my male mates like to the toilet.
That does sound really dodgy.
If we needed to go at the same time, it'd be so weird.
Yeah, but I don't know how guys' toilets work.
Disgusting. Firstly,
the only one I've seen is at my job, which I cleaned.
Yeah, they're grim to be fair. Well, you get the cubicles, which is a standard, and then you get the. People say urinals. I say urinals. Deal with it. Urinals, which are such a stupid concept, by the way, because there's like so many rules for them. Like you have to you have to like stand. You can't stand next to someone, but you can stand 2 spaces away from someone.
Okay, so you leave a gap between them.
Yeah, and there has to be a gap on the other side as well, though.
Okay.
But if there's no gaps, you're screwed. Basically, you just kind of have to firm it.
Ah, wow.
And then there's just people that just don't leave gaps as well because men.
Don't think about it,
Yeah, just.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really put too much thought into urinals.
No, it's a grim concept though. Even
like
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's genuinely like a sink that just hangs, and it's just weird.
And when you clean, you learn that no one, even with a big enough target, they don't have good aim anyway.
Oh, that's shade, man.
No, to be fair, it was a pub I worked in, so I'll give you credit.
Probably pissed, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well. Okay. No, but that leads me on to, what is it? Does it piss you off if people leave the toilet seat up?
Oh, yeah.
No, why though?
No. Which toilet seat are we on about? Top one or the middle one?
Middle one.
Middle one, right. In the middle of the night.
Okay, right.
In the middle of the night, when I'm tired and not thinking. I live in a house with 2 guys.
Okay.
And you don't think, you sit down and it's the gross bit of the toilet seat.
Okay.
Because that's the bit that, like, they don't care if they hit. It's just gross. And also, you fall in if you don't have the middle bit on. Because, like, when you're...
True.
So,
True.
And with the top one, you close the top when you flush it, and then you just lift it up. Like, if everyone just left it closed, then it would be no problem, because then you could just open it. But I don't like touching the middle bit, because that's been touching the gross bottom bit.
Yeah, valid.
So... Personally, if you live in a house,
but you know when people leave it up,
mm-hmm.
they do it because they want to make it easier for themselves. I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
So then there comes a question of:
do you like it when girls put the toilet seat down?
No. Why don't you leave it up for the guys? Why don't you make it easier for the guys? That's another thing that people say.
There's definitely I think it's valid both ways. But if everyone just left the toilet seat all the way down,
yeah, that's Kirsten's outsmarting.
Neutrals of mind blowing. Why has no one thought of this before? It's almost like it has a...
It's almost like it was designed for a purpose.
Yeah, it's almost like you're meant to close it when you flush it.
It's almost like it was put there for a reason.
Shocking.
I know, right? Why would we use that?